Hi all and welcome to the DevLook at Legends of Eisenwald. Today we're having a look at yet another game from Kickstarter making its way to the Steam Early Access. This time it's an RPG about being a wandering knight. It's made by a small Belarusian company called Adderdox Entertainment. It's their second game. The first one was actually quite mechanically similar to the Legends of Eisenwald, but it was a casual tiny title published by Elver. Let's start a look at the game by opening the options menu. They are quite simplistic at the moment, so you can pick your difficulty level, which are actually quite nicely explained below. You can toggle things like cascade battle, tutorials and autosaving. And then you have advanced graphics settings, which are not that advanced actually. So you can toggle MSAA, you can toggle super sampling, you can pick shadow quality, and I've got no idea which one of those is better, so I just keep it by default. You have your separate music sliders, you can toggle sorting of the items by usability, and you can change the size of the interface, and I have no idea which one of these is which, so I just don't touch that. But let's just load the game and see how it looks. So here we go, this is Legends of Eisenwald. This game uses a custom-made 3D engine, which is actually quite polished and runs pretty smooth. The only problem I've encountered with it is the alt tabbing. It's not really fond of it in Windows 8 at least, so it crashes the game. Everything else seems to be working pretty nice, no memory leaks detected. Don't see any problems with it. It probably would run even on the pretty slow machines. But let's have a look at the game. So if you look at the game like this, you would probably remember something like Heroes of Might and Magic or say Age of Wonders. But you would be totally wrong, because this is actually not a tactical game and not your strategic game. It's an RPG. And it's an RPG about being a wandering knight. Let's start our look at the game from actually having a look at the map. And the first thing I want to mention is that this game has a pretty bad user interface at the moment. The developers already promised to rework it and make it much better, but I just still want to point out some things that I don't like personally. So let's start by opening the map. Can you tell me right away where are we on the map? Because I can't and I couldn't. So it usually took me like 20-30 seconds to figure out where the hell am I. Now I know the map quite good, so I can say, okay, I'm somewhere around here and here's my green arrow. What I'd like to see here is some sort of animations. You know, you usually have it like, I don't remember the games exactly, but when you open the map, you have this kind of circle that either zooms into your location or goes out of it. This animation doesn't clog the UI, but shows exactly where you are in a matter of seconds. So this is the map of the area. This is I think second map from the main scenario. So I just basically finished tutorial and got to this, played a bit and started recording. The map is, I mean, it's okay. There are problems as well, so you can toggle different things to show here. As you can see, some of the text names are overlapping, which is not very nice, but again, not too bad. Still, it could be better. There's a set of problems I have with it. So the first one is that, for example, if you disable all of this stuff, you cannot really know what those places are even if you hover over it. So I would love to see something like, you know, I hover over this place and I get some additional information about it, like what family controls it, what is it, castle, monastery, village, whatever. And another thing is that when you turn on this family, how do you call them, coat of arms, yeah, exactly. So when you turn on this coat of arms, you don't know which family has what coat of arms, and the only way at the moment is to learn it when you talk to the guys. And for me, as a very lazy gamer, this is not very good. So I mean, this is maybe good for immersion, but I would prefer to have options toggle that would say, okay, show me a small map agenda somewhere here in the corner, which will just tell you the name of each coat of arms. Just for the lazy people. So that's about all the problems I have with the map. I mean, you know, it's a map, there's not too much to do with it. Then you have your journal here, which is split into two parts. You have your main and additional quests. So additional ones are basically side quests that you can pick up by talking to people in taverns or listening to or eavesdropping basically to rumors. Some of them are quite entertaining and give quite nice rewards, so it's definitely worth doing them. And then you have your main quests, which are actually pretty non-linear, I would say. Even now already they promised even more of that, but it's quite cool. So as an example, I have here a quest called Strife, and the target of it is to stop the war going on in the East Bank. There is three guys fighting there, and I have 3 quests here, additional ones. Take side with one of them. So I can either take side with one of them and destroy all others, or maybe there's another way to solve this, because I don't know. Probably there is. And it's really cool, you know, so it brings a lot of variety in the game. So in addition to that, like you can see this button here, it actually toggles the location of the objective. So there's one more problem, since this is red and this is red, it's not very visible, so let's disable that. So now you can see, okay, those are locations that where the quest objectives are, and you can just go there and do your stuff. The problem I have with it is that, okay, those 2 quests have them, but those are not. And okay, I do understand that there are quests that don't have any specific locations, like find a doctor who can cure this lord. That's not a very specific, so okay, you can just go around and ask for a doctor in different places. On the other hand, there are quests like find a sacred artifact in this part of the forest. I get it, you don't want to show me the exact location because I have to search for it, but at least show me the forest on the map, like show me the area, you know. I'm lazy gamer, I want to see that, so please do this for all of us lazy gamers. But let's continue. So let's have a look at the inventory. This is our character and this is our army. So our character, as I already said, is a wandering knight. And I have leveled up and haven't noticed that. So yes, you can level up your character, and pretty much in a RPG fashion. So let's pick a skill for our guy. Let's say commander. Yeah, that sounds good. So we'll have additional willpower and initiative for nearby troops. Cool. So all characters that you have, you and your army, have stats and inventory and skills. So this is our main guy. He's pretty tough. He's a knight. He has quite a lot of attack and quite a lot of initiative. He has quite a lot of skills, most of which are knight related, so he can wield pretty much anything, plus heavy armor and shields. Let's actually see if we can equip something. Yeah, so here you can see the red one means that we cannot equip it. The green one means that we'll improve what we have. And the white one means that it's the same quality as we have it now. So let's equip the shield. So the models swap out, and it's quite nice to see, you know, the changes that you actually wear something. We have a helmet, nice. Alright, and then, so yeah, as you can see, you have 4 slots for your normal gear, like you have helmet, you have Kiras, then you have your sword and shield, and depending on the class of your mercenary, you have different things. Then you have 2 slots for healing bottles, or consumables, let's say so. Then you have 4 slots for amulets or rings, and you have 1 more slot, and I've got no idea what this is because I don't have any tooltip. So I have a ring with initiative here, let's put it here. And then we have some rings that give spirit to our cleric guy. Okay, do we have anything else we can equip? Ah, this guy can equip this. Alright, so here in the bottom you can see the limits that I actually have. So I have 0 castles because I just arrived to this country and my castle is occupied by some evil guy. Then I have 5 out of 5 permanent troops in my army. So this will be my guy, those 2 archers, this cleric and this monk. And then I have 2 mercenaries that doesn't count towards this 5 troops, but I have to pay them every day. And I think I still have to pay every day to even the normal troops, but they cost much less. So those guys are pretty expensive. On the other hand, you cannot really do anything without them, because with this like archers and, you know, monks, they are not very good. So you have to actually hire some mercenaries to progress. So yeah, this is about it. So here you can see how much per day I spent, and this is my money. And the game actually goes in kind of real time. So here you can see the multiplier of the time speed, and you can unpause it and see, you know, the time pass. And this is amount of money will be subtracted every day. I think it's 0.00 maybe, or haven't really checked it. But let's just jump into combat and show you how the combat works here. If you played something like Disciples, you will probably recognize this type of combat quite quickly. So you have this hexagonal field. And the thing is that the combat system is quite simple. So you cannot move your characters. You can only do two things, or okay, three things. You can either attack, or stay, or use a skill or a consumable. So in this case I have wine, which will restore health, but since my health is full I don't need that. So let's just attack someone. So you cannot move just like, you know, like in say Age of Wonders, or I don't know, Heroes of Might and Magic. So archers obviously can attack anyone on the map, and those guys can attack anyone who's in a specific area in front of them, depending on the class again. So this is Cleric. He can buff my guys and later heal if he goes into Priest, for example, levels up into Priest. This combat is pretty simple, so we can just wipe those guys quite quickly. The main challenge of the combat is basically when you fight large armies, you have to figure out who to kill first. You know, like if you don't take out the Cleric, they will just heal other guys a lot, and then it's really hard, so you have to kill them first. And overall it basically comes to owning a best mercenaries and equipping them good enough to just wipe everyone out. And when you finish, you get some experience that will obviously progress your guys, and then you get some loot that you can put on. So we got actually quite a lot of different things. Let's take a look at actually what we've got. So we have some robe. I think that's, yeah, that works good for cleric. So let's put it in here. Yeah, so one more thing is that you can't actually double click it or right click it or whatever, so you have to drag it, and sometimes it's kind of, you know, I would prefer to just double click it with this guy selected and have it equipped there. But well, yeah. Okay, we have some additional rings and for willpower, and we have amulet which we cannot equip. Why? This is also one more problem. So to figure out why you cannot equip this, you have to actually hold the button and see. So this says this character already wears using this item, but I mean he has 2 more slots. Why can't I wear the same thing twice? I mean he has 2 of them. He cannot wear 2 amulets. Okay, I guess. Yeah, so maybe I'll show you. You've seen the upgrade system for your main character, so he has kind of skills, but the hired guys have a different upgrade system. So this is, for example, the cleric. Once he gains enough experience, he will progress into the acolyte, and then once he gains level once more, you can pick the route actually. So he can either be a deacon who will have some healing skills, basically shield, and yeah, or he can be a monk who will be a melee character like the one that I have here. Here you can see he's progressed here, who can end up as an inquisitor, who can wear medium armor, shields, and pack some quite nice power. I mean, you know, this gives quite a nice variety to the way you can build your army. Okay, let's see, we have some potions here. Nope, equipment. So yeah, you can have potions, you can give it to your characters, and you can use those potions in the battle to heal them if you don't have a healer, or if you know you need to restore quite a lot of health right away. I think we don't have anything. Okay, so we just there's one more thing. So we just freed this village, and we can now, so we cannot hire anyone because they are not mercenaries and our slots are 5 out of 5, but we can trade. So we can sell actually the stuff that we don't need to get some money. So this all is something that doesn't work for me, so we just sell it. And then you have these trophies that sometimes drops from enemies that you just sell for money. So let's see what we have here. So again, merchants, we can buy some. Do we want something? Nah, I don't think so. Yeah, and let me show you, yeah, one more thing. So basically when you finish the battle, your heroes or your army doesn't heal by itself. So as you can see, he has 44 out of 60 health. And there's basically two ways to heal, or three ways to heal the character. The first one is you can use this healing potion in the battle. Second one is that you can use the cleric or acolyte who has a heal skill during the battle as well. Or you can heal them using the monasteries or churches. So here you can have these actions, which basically says, okay, heal all for money. And that's it. So this is how you heal your army. And the interesting thing is that basically when your one of the characters is killed in a battle, he doesn't really dies overall, but he's just not participating in battle unless he's healthy enough for it, basically. So let's show you maybe some more battles and maybe some eavesdropping and quests. The conversation here is actually quite nice written and pretty entertaining to read, and I wouldn't say participate in, but okay, so here we have our tavern where we can hire some mercenaries if we want to, but this one is really expensive and this one is boring. Let's just see encounters. So here you can see you can pick a topic to talk about, and I'll just skip this conversation because there's probably spoilers there and I want to give them to you, but usually those conversations actually give you quests that are quite vague and you have to actually read the conversation to know what to do. Okay, let's see what we have here. Yeah, so you see I have this tribute thing, but I already collected it some time ago, so I cannot do this again. Let's find someone to fight. So this is pretty much it. This is the Legends of Eisenwald in a nutshell, and if you enjoy games like this, you will probably like this one as well, because it's not yet complete, so all the mechanics are here. Most of the things that are missing and that developers are promising is the stuff like, you know, better animations, more effects, nicer sound. What was there as well? Oh yeah, I guess the most major thing that will be added soon is the scenario editor, so you can actually have user scenarios, and it will have a Steam Workshop integration, which is also quite nice. So you can actually have some pretty awesome user scenarios going on here. And aside from that, the games already have all the mechanics in place, and the biggest thing that is missing is the complete main story. So at the moment I think it's not complete. Okay, we got in a second battle right away. Not sure what's going on, but sure. Archers. Oh yeah, I should probably mention a few problems that I have with the battle system. So you see these guys here, there's like 4 archers and they all have the same icon on the, if you look at the right side now. So now we look at the left side. This is the order of actions, basically, you know, who will go next. So how do I know who to kill so that so this guy, I want to kill him because he has he's the next one of the enemies going to attack me. How do I know who I want to kill? There is no way, and this is annoying as hell. So we just randomly pick someone and like, okay, let's kill him, let's hope it's... Well, I guessed correctly this time, but you know, this is not very good. This guy is half dead, let's just drink it. I would love to see, you know, when I hover something, I would love to see the highlight on the actual model here. And the second thing that is not very good about the combat is that you actually cannot run from combat. So there is no run button here. I don't know, maybe I don't see it as well because the UI is sometimes a bit, well, there are some hidden buttons here and there, but, you know, or not really hidden, but really hard to find, let's say so. But I couldn't find the run button because there was like a fight where I was sure, okay, I will lose, so I just want to run away from them, but you cannot. And there is no surrender button, so that again comes to the battle that I was like, okay, I will lose for sure, so I'll just surrender and, you know, reload the game or whatever. So there's no button like this. And the escape button is not working, so you cannot really like escape during the battle and then load. I've got no idea why is this happening. I just keep getting attacked. Alright. So yeah, as you can see, I've been attacked like 3 times in a row, but I don't want to fight them. I don't know. I want to. Let's see, he doesn't have a potion. Okay. So maybe I just want to run away from them and go heal myself because my health is not very good right now, but I can't. This is a bit of a problem. Aside from that, everything is pretty much solid. I mean, the combat system is not too sophisticated, but it's okay. User content will definitely help this game. I would love to see user mods as well as in addition to the scenario editor, because, you know, scenarios are fine, but it would be actually cool to see what people can come up with in a modding scene for this. Please tell me that's it. Yes. Okay, so we captured this tiny tower, and as I already mentioned, so the characters don't die. As you can see, they just have 1 health, and before I heal them, they won't be participating in any battles. So let's just go here and heal. Yeah, I mean, aside from that, the game is pretty solid, and the question is basically, do you like games like this? If you do, then I would recommend getting it, because it's pretty good and it gets better with every update. If not, well, then why the heck are you still watching this? So, oh yeah, one more problem I have with it is that this pseudo real-time time flow, I guess, yeah? So you have this speed that you can adjust, so depending on it, he will move quicker, and then you have this play button that will skip time. And the biggest problem I had is that basically you have one of the quests when it says, okay, wait until this time at this point. Then you come there, the maximum speed is +4. Then you press play, and then you wait for like, I don't know, 2 minutes until the time goes to the specific time frame that you need. What I would want to see is something like a Fallout, say, he has, when you can say, okay, wait until this time, and then you just press OK, and then it just quickly skips to that time. So +4, I mean, X4 is a nice multiplier for time skip, but still I will want better and more precise way to skip to the, say, next day or something like this. Or maybe a different way to handle those quests. They say wait at this time at this place, you know, something like this. So those are the biggest complaints, but they are quite minor, and I'm sure the developers will fix it quite quickly. I can't wait to see the user scenarios and what the community will come up with for this game. So the game is currently available at Steam Early Access for $15 or your original equivalent. Thank you for watching, and see you during the next update of Legends of Eisenwald. Bye!